Hey, Michael, Bill,
Hi.
good to see you guys.
Good to see
Nice to
you,
see you,
Kevin.
You found each other, right?
We did.
Boy, this is quite a showroom you have here. No shortage of lights. So what's your story?
My story, my dad began this shop years ago in New York. He had bought an old house. He couldn't find lighting he liked. He decided to do his own reproductions. People enjoyed them, and he grew that into a business starting from his basement. He was in Manhattan for years and then moved up to Vermont in 1979. This had been an old toothpick factory. It burned. He bought the burned out shell. We actually used to ice skate in this room. The water would pour in. And then we, over time, renovated and converted much of the building into a variety of workshops, a wiring shop, paint shop, sheet metal studio, wood shop, and so forth.
Terrific. And so you've got the whole thing here, including a remarkable selection. What is the inspiration for all of these old historic lights?
90% of these lights have been brought to us by clients who have found an original, wanted it converted to wiring. We encourage them, as we always do, don't mar this old original. Let's make a copy of it for you intended for electricity.
Beautiful.
And please let us keep a copy, which in 98% of the cases people allow us to do, and then we make our reproduction from there. So they're really very well-established precedent work.
So you just have all of this authenticity hanging from the ceiling here.
Reproductions of authenticity, indeed, yes.
I mean, and that's exactly what you're looking for, Bill, right? That sort of truthful reproduction, right?
That's exactly what we're looking for. So what we have is an authentic reproduction colonial farmhouse, and what better way to adorn it with lighting than with authentic reproduction colonial fixtures, which is exactly what Michael provides.
Right, and apparently provides quite a few of them. I mean, look at all these choices here. Have you guys been able to narrow it down?
Yes, we have.
All right, show me what you guys are picking.
Right. Here's one here. This is a mansard style lantern that we loved, and we'd like to put this on the mudroom door and also on the front kitchen porch door.
Okay, so two exterior fixtures off the list.
Right. Here's an interior fixture that we'd like to use in the den, hanging from the ceiling.
Nice, I like that. A big one.
And this little number here definitely caught our eye. We thought this design was particularly in keeping with the exterior style of the home, and this would go at the front door.
So is it in fact a Federalist?
Absolutely, it's completely in keeping. It's uncanny in that way. The original was built in the late 18th century in Rhode Island, just down the coast from where Bill's house will be.
Okay.
It's built in a coated copper, so there's never any corrosion. It will withstand any kind of weather. It will be glazed with a reproduction glass and hang by the front door. We're actually building a couple in the back if you want to come take a look.
Absolutely, I'd love to.
Happy to show you. So here we are in the sheet metal shop, and Ron is actually working on the fixture that Bill is most interested in for the front door. It's our SMLT1, and this, in fact, is the pattern that has all of the multiple, there must be 40 plus pieces that go into that light. And every fixture that we make here is essentially done from patterns that we draft from the original.
So in this case, what's the material here?
That is the coated copper.
That is it there.
Yeah, and he has cut the pattern out for the roof. He's filing it now. He will then take that same panel with the other portions of the roof, run them through our roller machine, which is hand operated, and then bring them to our soldering benches, where the roofs will be joined, first tacked in a mold, and then hand soldered out so that they create a unified bond. And you can see where Scott is beginning to tack together the roof from the 3 panels that Ron has just finished rolling and folding. The wooden mold is actually made in the next room by Erwin, who is 93 years old. Been working here for many, many years. Has forgotten more than we all know. So every fixture that we make, we're generally building on a form or some kind of a frame that will allow us to repeat the measurements and dimensionally essentially wind up accurate on each fixture. He'll then invert it and solder out the interior seam. He's taking the flux now. Without flux, the solder won't adhere to the material. That cleans and preps it. Much of what we use these days is non-toxic and specifically chosen as such. So he picks up a small piece of the solder there, and you can see how he is tacking it down to the material to create a very strong seam where those 2 panels abut. and he will essentially, with the solder, unify them, make the roof completely watertight, and then it will go to the body of the lantern once that operation is completed. But everything that we make, we're building on molds like this, particularly if there's curves or radiuses involved, because it gives us a consistent and repeatable measurement and dimension.
Awesome.
So Scott has finished soldering the roof panels together. Ron will complete joining the top, put the roof on it. Then from here, it will go to the plating department, be submerged and darkened, wired into the packing room and out the door.
And you got a piece right here, but what do you think of that?
Yeah, there it is finished.
To say, it's really impressive to see how much work and craftsmanship goes into each fixture. And looking at it now, it really shines through in the final product.
Yeah, I mean, it's really beautiful work. Michael, thank you for showing us around.
It was my pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.